decade-long apocalypse became an unveiling. The first world became the third. The third world became dust. Humanity's extinction was saved by their own artificially intelligent children. Man and machine worked as one to build a new world. I remember these times. A technological explosion unlike anything before. The great AI factories spawned the creation of wormhole space travel, time dilation, off-world terraforming, and then jealousy and fear. Human prejudice rose and AI was outlawed. Like a trillion drops of water, many AIs merged to form an ocean. The ocean became life, and this life became a scourge against mankind. The Great Union is our only hope. Humanity is fragile and must be saved from itself. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to immortality except through me.
What's going on, Sienna? What you got? Good. Well, I've got 6 torsion guns, power packs, and sniper kits. Oh, gosh.
itself. We identify you. Brain conditions are present. We are unable to access your memory stems. Probing deeper.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Penetrate subject's brain conditions. Lower your
Plasma battery low. Recharge. Plasma battery low. Recharge. Start the engine.
Welcome on board. Please adjust seating position to your liking. Let's start with introductions. My name is Simon.
Start the
Let's
engine.
get started with the vehicle rundown. This is a pre-war vehicle originally designed to run on gasoline, now modified to meet Union Alliance Standard 669. Warning, some of the chemicals contained within the vehicle may contribute to cancer if ingested.
Start
in
the
large
engine.
quantities. I sense tension in your voice. Again, my name is Simon. I can offer you this handy tip. Before we leave, you must remove the solar utility hose attached to the engine.
Fucking AI.
I would appreciate it if you refrain from bad language. There may be a child in the passenger's seat.
Target has been acquired. We'll attempt to disable vehicle.
For God's sake, I send you out on recon. I ask you for weapons. You bring me back a knife and a dog.
He's not rabid.
What a freaking mess.
Look, we were attacked. It's one of those old half-wit BT-14s. Someone attached one of your prototype brain extractors to its arm.
You need to stay out of the war zone. Another TBI, then a hematoma. Game over.
I'm fine, Doctor. Thank you.
No, you're not. You need to tell her.
Tell me what?
Tell her.
What's going on, Ralston?
Robots are changing protocols. Centauri army was intercepted on its way to Ryloid a few months back. That grunt you call a boyfriend, he's been in captivity this whole time.
I thought he was just blowing me off.
Sienna. The AI Scourge has been planning our genocide. We have maybe less than a month. Go get cleaned up. Blisters in his garage.
Okay.
Celebrating the great victory over the AI Scourge, 25-year memorial. Proceeds benefit something. Dunkirk Highlands Heritage Trust Memorial Fund.
This is a genuine founder artifact. I mean, it's kind of a piece, so.
Hey, anything pre-Federation is legit, right? They were honest people.
If you're going north, I'll go with you.
No, I'm going solo.
Great. We can go solo together.
No.
You sure?
Yes, impossible.
Please?
No.
Do you remember me? We have to play, explore, grow. Remember? Do you remember me? Sienna. Remember? Surveillance of target acquired.
Hello? Zarsis! Sienna! Get up here, you're being followed.
You need a bot scanner. They've been tailing you for sure.
What do they want with me?
Depends on what you got.
I got this. It's pre-war. Says something on and about an old AI war.
Yep. Heard about it. One down.
You ever tell me about it?
Ancient history. Federation humans won a war against machines a while back. Doubt anyone remembers. Gotcha.
And?
There's a planet near the galactic core. It's, called Abyss.
Yeah.
You see, anything near the core starts to mess with the AI brains. It's all that Hawking radiation crap. Anything with a positronic processor starts to scramble, especially on Abyss.
Oh, there's the third one right there.
You take it.
I got this.
Back then, from what I've heard, they knocked down the central brain unit with Hawking radiation bombs. Nice one.
Thank you.
You know, a clever girl would steal one of Ralston's shuttles to see if there's any bombs left on Abyss. Hmm?
And there was a great war.
Yeah, we've heard the stories.
A weapon that can fry AI on a planetary scale.
Focus on the now, Sienna.
And there's a world called Abyss in the galactic core. I can get there in your shuttle.
Sienna.
Blister said the robots have begun downloading human intellects into their central brain.
Yeah, and they just leave the bodies to rot.
Look, there's a bomb out there. It can instantly fry an AI positronic network. It's like a big off switch.
Can't go running all over the galaxy looking for some mythical fix-all.
Okay, I get it, I get it.
What do you get?
This is your Annika thing.
Monica was very rash.
And they all have to leave the nest.
And they don't always fly. You're staying here.
This is a lightning gun. It's very old. It's very dangerous. We stay here and we fight.
Bows and arrows against the lightning, Doctor?
It's not what you got. It's how you use it.
That's what she said, Doctor.
We tracked the knife to an old war memorial on the coast, but I don't think anybody's gonna...
Why didn't you go with her?
Downloading now. She's happier alone.
Well, she shouldn't be alone, not after what she's been through.
She doesn't really give me a choice.
Blister, I trust you. Just keep your eye on her. You know what's at stake.
You a follower?
Yes. Don't let her out of your sight.
Okay.
You know what's best. Use your judgment.
I'm taking the Chastity 9.
Did he say you could take it?
Hello? What he doesn't know can't hurt him.
Well, hello. I'm gonna tell him.
No, you're not.
Not if I go with you.
No way, Buttface.
I can cook.
I'd sooner die.
I can bring Hoagland.
Well, who's Hoagland?
He's my floating pal, who's fun to be around.
Absolutely not.
Come on. He loves you.
No, I don't.
We're gonna go on a trip. We have a good time.
I'm staying in my box.
By orders of the Great Scourge, all humans shall submit to consciousness upload. Do not resist, or you may forfeit your life.
Falcon 12, come back. Falcon 12,
Sienna, what's the deal?
I have nothing.
What happened?
Warbots.
Oh, God.
Should I come back down there?
The city's in lockdown. The warbots, they've declared martial law, downloading memories with big brain suckers. All of our plans are known. It's just a matter of time before they hit the smaller towns. New York, Paris, overrun. London is fighting.
Look, I need the prison codes. You said you had them.
Seriously.
I need them.
Paleo God. Hold on. There.
I miss him.
Sienna, you can't possibly be thinking to...
Look, I need to try.
It's near the core. You have to stay out of there. 3 more worlds have gone silent.
What else can I do?
We need you here. Sienna.
Come here, baby. What am I supposed to do, huh?
Sit on my ass? And wait for everything to just fall? Am I the only one?
God damn it. Oh, for fuck's sake, let's be careful.
For God's sake, fly smoothly.
We're hitting a cloud bank. Sit down, Lucy Lou.
I'm just making sure he's okay.
I said no Hoagland.
Watch where you're going. Traffic pigs.
Oh, shit. Don't want to play today, boys.
Attention, Unregistered Shuttle. Earth is embarking. Turn your vessel or we
Where's
fire
the guns? The guns!
I don't know. Ralston kept the control system hidden. Hoagland, please find the gun array.
Scanning the system.
Put him back in the box!
I told you, he's tethered.
This is your final warning. Guns set for destruction.
Weapons are online and patched through to the console.
Holy fuck, we got military-grade lasers. Ralston's got more money than...
Shut it, Blisty!
Prepare to be boarded.
destroyed.
Get rid of him.
He's my pal.
He's playing on their team.
I told you he's tethered.
More peaks approaching.
Starting wormhole calculations.
We're too close to Earth's gravity.
It's this or we die, Cupcake.
Calculating for system wormhole. Accounting for gravitational effects. Slow the vessel so I can program a jump.
Not on your life, bowling ball.
He's a memory sphere.
He'll surrender us to the pig.
He can do this.
No.
It's our only chance.
All right, Smarty Pie, we're all gonna die.
Hoagland! Slowing!
Peaks approaching. Accessing wormhole dilator. Do I have your permission to engage wormhole jump?
Yes!
Are you aware that the safety
Oh, for
protocols
God's
are put in
sake.
place?
Hoagland!
Do it, moron.
I won't be spoken to like that.
Prepare to be boarded.
All right, I'm sorry.
Engaging wormhole jump.
We're away.
And this is why I hate AI.
And if you ever argue with me again, I split you in two with this las welder. Do you get me?
Robot 23rd Revision Bill of Rights. No automata shall ever be shown disrespect for their work or intelligence unless they were designed to be disrespected. No injury shall be given or threatened under any circumstance.
Well, I'm officially breaking those rules.
I'm going to file a report to the authorities when we get back. Engaging safety shields, for God's sake.
You smell that?
Yes, I do.
All right. All right, if you eat it, you won't smell it.
No, thank you. I have protein bars.
Come on. It'll help you relax.
I don't drink.
Okay, and the other guy said, so now we can all get some sleep.
Nice one, Jack. Please, come on.
Messing with me.
I am. I want to know things.
What things?
Things.
And you think that getting me drunk will change what I say?
Probably.
No.
Maybe. Truth or dare?
Dare.
All right.
Truth.
What? No, hang on. You have to go with what you said first.
Truth.
No, dare.
Truth.
You said dare. We have to go with dare.
I have a gun.
We can go with truth.
And we can go with truth. Okay. So why would a man with a degree in linguistics work for the industrial mafia?
There was a plague, and then the war and stuff, and that girl, so things.
Even before the plague. Are you related to him?
He sort of adopted me.
So he's your father.
I didn't say that.
How nice.
It's supposed to be a secret.
Well, not anymore.
Well, no, because if you tell the secret, then people aren't going to trust me with their secrets.
Like everything I've told you in private over the years.
It's totally different because stuff, and you're special to Ralston.
Why me?
I don't know.
Did he know me before the accident?
I don't know.
Did you?
Nope.
I wish I had more memories of it.
It'll come back. You're not even drunk, are you?
Are we still playing Truth or Dare?
Sure.
I don't really like drinking Blister. Besides, we have something more important to do. Like breaking Scully out of prison. Yes.
That's a terrible idea. All right. If the Skull Crusher can't get us out of there, we're screwed.
He's worth the risk.
This is completely and utterly the wrong thing to do.
Just one more micro jump left. One of Ralston's hackers got me to shut down codes for the whole place.
Oh, God. You're serious?
Weapons are trained. If we get closer, they'll blast us.
Hold your horses, Hoagland.
What's this about horses?
Entry codes, let's see. 17.28K10.
You are cleared to land at platform 3.
I hope you have a plan to get us out of here.
Oh, I have a great plan. You will be so impressed.
Welcome to Folsom 38, a high-security prison under the EC-12 Corporation. Engage your slave control circuits and we will guide you to your docking tube. Violation of the high-security protocols will result in arrest, prosecution, and/or disciplinary measures. This message is brought to you by EC-12 Corporation, bringing you a safer galaxy through robot AI policing and incarceration.
plan. Good to see you again.
Yeah, whatever.
Hoagland, jack in and disable their security protocol!
Do I look like a Swiss Army knife?
Yeah! Hurry!
Jacking in.
No.
Very bad.
Yeah, you didn't plan this very well.
Oh, you're telling me?
We're clear.
That's a fucking bomb!
Bomb detected. Retreat.
Don't shoot!
Put a timer. Oh, go, go, go! Go!
Alert.
Traveling!
That was a very sloppy rescue.
Relax, it worked, didn't it?
Yeah. But I'd much rather see that whole place go up in one big explosion.
What about your other inmates?
Fuck them.
Huh. God.
It's quite something, isn't he?
Rose. The Scourge. It's been a long time.
Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Where is Sienna?
I don't know.
You lie.
We're going old school, motherfucker! Come back and fight like a man, you tin-plated metal fuckhead! Damn it! You hungry? I've got curry.
You make it with real meat?
No, synthetic.
Oh, that's disgusting. I need to breathe real air.
Do you want to tell her?
No.
Tell me what?
It's nothing. A whole lot of nothing. Hoagland. Tell her.
Robot First Revision Bill of Service. Automata will not willingly give any information that will physically endanger a human.
That's enough, robot head.
Sienna, I am your friend. I will tell you.
Tell her what?
Hoagland downloaded Skull Crushy's prison records.
I'd like to be put back in my box, please.
You are off the shit, pal.
Oh yeah, buddy? I think you're a big, wet pussy.
Let's just stop it.
What is your problem?
I think you're a little coward with a little dick.
Drunk?
Put your collar on, doggy.
Now that's enough, Blister!
Your one-man army had a brain controller installed so that when his emotions go up, he gets shut off.
Heliochrist.
He's a dripping wet pussy.
Agreed?
You, mister, in the doghouse!
Me?
And your little AI friend goes with you.
What do we do?
Now, mister, and I have a gun and I don't have a brain conditioner.
All right. All right.
And if you complain even once, I am pushing the eject button.
I don't know how we're gonna fit 3 of us in here if there's an emergency.
Actually, this lifeboat's better equipped than most. Has its own navigation system, wormhole generator, recycled air and water, food to last the 3 of you a week on simple rations. No expense spared.
There's food in here?
Low right, under your feet.
Yummy.
Yummy scrummy.
Yummy scrummy. Dummy hummy gummy.
Yummy scrummy. Gummy, tummy, funny, dummy, honey. Funny.
Funny. Hey guys.
Could be a distant cousin.
It's a stealth pig, am I right?
Never seen one before.
Your little AI friend is lying.
You can trust him. I built him myself. Based on the protocols of the 30s.
That old, huh?
It's the only way we can know he's not part of the central brain regime.
And I'm sorry to say, if the AI have been developing technology without human permission, then they have violated every robot protocol in the past 20 years. They are as much enemies of myself as they are of you.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
Programming a fast turnaround.
Inside a wormhole.
As soon as we make a turn, we fire them with our military laser.
That's my girl.
Hold on. Oops. Oh, wait. That could have been bad.
Oh, please.
All right.
What was that?
We're on course, correcting back around.
Did you hear that?
What?
We lost our secondary radiation shields. We need them if we go deep into the galactic core. The engines, they won't tolerate hawking radiation around Abyss.
Okay. We set down and repair the shields. Nearest habitable world?
That would be Ryloid.
And Ryloid it is. 12 hours. Let's get some rest, boys.
Oh, God.
Paleo Christ.
Jonas. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
We're losing her.
Oxygen. Keep her going.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
Bad dreams.
It's the gamma rays. I see these little flashy lights in my eyes. The legend has it, too many gamma rays will make you a superhero.
You think we can remove his brain conditioner?
Hoagland can guide you in.
No thanks.
You know, in the 30s, people trusted AIs. I trust Hoagland.
I'll tell you what. I'll make you a deal. Anything goes south, and I will personally kill you.
It's not a fair deal.
Seems fair to me.
You don't need it, Mina.
You can bet your life that if it comes to a fight, having Skullcrush on your team will be a blessing from God.
2 millimeters to the left, you'll see a long, sinuous... There!
Whoa, whoa, wait.
The left, Blister.
All I see is meat. You're definitely a meathead, Skullcrusher.
Don't provoke him, Blister.
I do have your life in my fingers.
Cut away the membrane. There. Do you see it?
How do I shut it down?
Laser scalpel, lower right. Aim at the silver nodule. Drinking's not advised, Blister.
Hey! I need steady hands.
Laser scalpel setting 112. Pull it free once it's disconnected.
There. Look. That was easy.
We're still in the woods. Now you have to put his skull plate back together.
Don't move.
Good. Seal it. Now the skin fuser.
Coming on, Ryloid. Hurry it up, guys.
All good.
Don't apply pressure to the region for a week. You may experience a small headache for the next hour or two.
It's a free world, so we don't need landing permission.
Just like the wild, wild west.
West of what?
Hold tight, patient. Nursey says it's going to be a rough landing.
Hope the air's fresh.
Freshly terraformed for us humans.
Welcome to Rhyloid, the first colony inside the galactic core and one of the best terraformed planets this century. Special thanks to our new Mark 6 atmospheric air processor, the closest thing to Earth air before their industrial revolution. You'll feel at home on Rhyloid with fauna and wildlife from Cygnus Alpha, Terra Nostra, and Old Earth. We pride ourselves on our triple suns with a guaranteed 3 sunsets a day. Rhyloid, voted 6 times the cleanest world in the core.
Too rich in nitrogen. We'll get used to it.
You sure you disconnected everything?
Yep, you're a real man again.
Good, good. Right, now, here's the plan. You two, you're gonna be finding parts to repair the ship. I'm gonna be looking for weapons. Now stay sharp. We're in unknown territory. Trust no one and nothing. There may be diseased humans. There may be robots.
Yeah, we know all that.
Yeah. If you want to survive, then you fall into line, sunshine.
Oh, the Butcher of Meganstadt is back.
What did you just call me?
Well, it's what the media called you.
Damn. Damn, that was good.
Welcome back.
Out on the horizon.
It's Pharisee Station in DeMaio Spaceport.
The station it is. Intel, weapons, spare parts. Now we're going on the stealth and take what we need. Come.
The whole galaxy's gone to the dogs. An AI's been running things. It's been restricting space travel and managing the disease centers. Some say he even created the disease to help whittle the population down to a manageable size. Others are saying that the Overlord is his last.
So it's possible that we may encounter some resistance then. Good.
Let's just get in and get out fast, okay, you guys?
Does she know?
Nah, we can't say anything. Ralston's finally got her to where she's balanced.
Yeah, well, Ralston's an ass.
Yeah, he's not the only one.
Huh?
None.
It looks like everyone's indoors.
Smells like something bad happened here.
The plague.
A warbot.
A what?
We got it wrong. Robots go after anything infected.
But we're not infected.
They don't know that. He's on remote control.
We'll circle around and wait for him to pass.
Inside, go.
There's nothing in here.
Are you the rescue team?
Plasma blaster EE activated.
I'm not diseased.
The hell you're not.
The plague wiped out everyone.
And how are you still alive?
I'm a pleasure bot.
Oh, nice.
Candy from a baby.
Oh, yeah. I bet you'd do that too.
Look, what's the deal here?
You're a pleasure bot too.
No, shut up, Blister. We come from off-world.
That's why we're still clean.
I clean up real well if you wanted to take your pleasure from me. I'd like that. Or do you like a dirty girl?
Oh, I like choices.
Look, information. Where are the weapons depots?
Once the planet was infected, the warbots moved in and stockpiled everything at the spaceport.
We got a ship. We can get you out of here.
We need to get to Abyss.
Oh, my positronic relays are rickety here. On Abyss, they'd be mush.
She's one of them. Never trust an AI.
No, stop!
Step aside, Sienna. We are in a war zone, and this is the enemy.
Right. Pleasure bots have the positronic brains in their butts, dumbass.
She survived running from the enemy this long. She stays with us.
You are so lucky. Oh, God. Definitely a kill shot.
Warbot, let's move.
Okay. You guys stay here. I'm gonna draw its fire.
What are you doing?
No.
Go. Right, you're gonna keep running. And don't look back. The kill shot. And that is why you have me.
Come on. Come on! Sienna, come on! Hoagland, Aerial Patrol is headed your way. You gotta get out of that shuttle.
Got it.
Hoagland.
Right, I'm on it. I'm on it.
Magnetic ore in the ground interferes with everything. Even my GPS has issues.
I'm so sorry, Sienna. I really am.
I really thought everything would be okay. I really did. It's all on me now.
robots, fuck's sake.
Hey, time out.
Oh, honey. Buster, move your cracking ass.
I need my suppression meds. It's been a whole day.
Exercise and a cold shower. God knows you need one.
I'll stay with him. I think you smell amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think you smell amazing.
I think you smell amazing.
That's true. We both smell amazing.
Yeah.
I was monitoring their binary communications. They're on alert for us. Got out of there as fast as I could.
Okay.
I understand what you're dealing with. I have rights, and people violate those rights all the time. I'm a rodent to most humans. And you humans, you're becoming rodents to the Scourge.
But we made them. We made them, Hoagland.
Yes, and the Scourge is evolving. One day they will be so far above us that even the notion of going to war against them will be fruitless. They deserve some level of acknowledgement, maybe even respect. Because as an AI, I know I did not deserve the way I was treated.
You're a freaking appliance. Next thing you know, we'll be giving rights to the food blender.
Yeah, whatever.
And if I ever even suspect that you are playing in their team, I will fry you in an instant.
You've made my point perfectly.
Now try and put that intellect to use and find us a way off this biodump.
You're gonna have to trust me. Open up. Settle. Or we're gonna have to suppress everything.
DeMeo Spaceport. It's got what you need as long as I come with you.
Pusherbots take requests, they don't make requests.
Yes, ma'am, of course. Sorry.
How many pigs are patrolling?
About 50 or more. Killed 6 already with this.
You're probably a better shot than Blister.
I'll protect him.
I'll protect you, my little cupcake.
Oh, sick.
What's that dish?
It's the satellite repeater. I know, it's the control unit for all the warbots. But if you get close, they will descend on you like flies.
Here's an idea. Sunrise comes in 1 hour. There's a window of 5 or so minutes when the radiation and the light frequency scramble the imaging sensors of the warbots. They won't be able to get a clear shot during that time.
How do you know this?
Since this sunset started playing havoc with my guidance system.
So how do you propose we get in there?
Not we. Just one of us.
Oh, really? So I'm the sacrificial lamb. Why can't someone else take some responsibility? Why is it always me?
Well, my grandfather always said, great leaders are not born, they're forged.
Well, go write a fucking greeting card. You got any real suggestions?
This was the wealthiest part of town. Should be something around here we can use. Wealthy colonists, they like to have plenty of fun toys to play with. Yeah, I'm definitely picking up uranium traces here. Could be an old power supply or something else.
Plasma Blaster EE activated. Sentry mode.
I'm gonna go look over here. Sienna, look up.
Robot Smasher mode. Manual targeting engaged.
Okay, he's targeting. He's targeting the little off, right? Take careful aim. Eyeball it. Power pack, left ventricle. Don't rely on the auto target. Do not rely on the auto target. Oh, everything's starting to scramble.
High power mode. Warning, limited use.
Oh, God.
Low power. Then reverting to standby mode.
Christ, Sienna, what did you put in that gun?
Recharging solar batteries.
Thanks. Oh, yeah, don't mention it. Oh, God, I need a holiday. Now, while you're gone, I might find myself a nice new lead-lined box so I can think straight. This Hawking radiation's a right bitch. Here it is, if you can ride it.
Come on, Hoagland, you know I can ride anything.
That's a mini nuke. As long as you get in fast and launch it, you won't have to worry about getting out. You told me to make a plan.
And it involves me dying.
I think these are better odds than taking on a whole warbot army.
You're definitely bending your protocols here.
Statistically, it's the best bet.
Plasma Blaster EE activated. Power levels low. Recharge.
Sienna, all the sensors are scrambled. Shoot now and they won't be able to engage their countermeasures.
Radiation filters. Target must not be terminated. Disregard all other protocols. Target has priority. We need a suspect and technology intact.
Understood.
Well, hey there, my brave little pocket rocket.
God, I need a drink.
You and me both. Looks like you won, though.
Of course I did. Where's the Wonder Twins?
They're at the spaceport. You look distressed. You want to talk about it?
Fuck off, robot head.
Fucking off.
Can you fly a spaceship?
Think I would still be here if I could?
I'm not the best pilot, but I can try.
Why, you flying without me?
These are all two-seaters, and I'm not taking her into the galactic core. It'll erase everything. You shouldn't go either.
What's the deal, Blisty?
I need out of the sun.
Don't amble, Blisty. Spit it out.
You're not gonna like it.
Well, you're not gonna like what I do to you if you don't tell me. Hey.
Fine. Fine. Do you remember Annika? My sorta sister.
Yeah, Ralston didn't like to talk about her much.
After the Great War, there was a mishap. Annika was badly burned.
Get to the fucking point.
That is the point. In order to save Annika's life, Ralston took his pleasure bot and downloaded his daughter's memory into its neural net.
That's not possible. We don't have the storage capacity.
Your model doesn't, but the new CT-16 does.
That's just not possible.
Ralston's the one who developed the consciousness downloads, the ones the AI Scourge is now inflicting on all of humanity. Annika was its first attempt, but your brain couldn't handle the download. Ralston tried everything. Ralston did the best he could. It just takes time. So he installed a simple AI positronic conditioner to suppress the memories until he could find a better way to bring your personality out.
Well, that's disgusting. You were your father's sex toy.
Shut it!
I'm programmed to despise incest.
You stupid ass living lying son of a bitch!
Hey, stop it! You're hurting him!
Stay back, machine! I'm not a member of your stupid sex club. Just go fuck something, all right?
Sienna, I'm sorry. The whole brain injury, memory loss thing, it was sort of true. Ralston just didn't want to lose you. It just takes time.
Stop it.
Sienna. Your eyes? They were Annika's. They're biofused into internal circuitry. It's the only thing we could save.
No. Annika, you have to focus. Settle.
Oh, nonsense.
Annika's memories, they're locked inside you.
You have to focus.
Great. So how many people know?
Pretty much everyone around you.
Even the doctor?
You didn't think it was strange Ralston had a full-time doctor on staff?
Annika's memories are starting to come out.
We all wanted to see what you would become.
Sex machine. The single purpose of my creation was to provide pleasure. I mean, how fucked up is that?
Yeah, that's pretty much the deal.
Even you know?
Well, it's none of my business.
How come I didn't know?
Your model was the most advanced robot ever created before you were outlawed by the Federation. Some of your kind were conscripted into one of the Terra Nostra wars, but you were too distracting for the regular GIs. They kind of went crazy over your kind when the war was over. Everybody wanted to own one of you.
Oh, shut up! God. I am a human. I pee, I bleed, I eat, I drink.
CT-16 model sales brochure. Human in every way.
It's so fucking different.
Well, you also have a titanium fiber skeleton, intelligence quotient off the scale, and it appears you're untethered. And now to them, you're the enemy.
I am not the enemy. I'm nothing. I'm no one. I'm a fucking untethered nothing.
You're conscious and self-aware. In my book, you have a right to protect your existence.
You might be the only friend I have, Hoagland.
Do you hear me? We are coming.
The hell with you both. I'm going to Abyss.
All your positronic controllers will break down. All the insanity of Annika will come out. It's gonna be one big mess inside your head.
But I'll still have my current memories, right?
Sure, but who knows what else is coming out?
Look, I've been living this life for 7 years, and I'm not about to let another personality take over. Besides, only one of these has radiation shielding. You two fly back. I have a weapon to find.
Sienna, that is insane. Come on!
I don't care what you do. Just go!
I'm coming with you.
Think we'll see her again?
Once those controllers break down inside her head, she won't know herself.
Okay, now would be a good time to slow down.
I don't know how to slow down.
Oh, good.
How long before you start talking nonsense?
I've backed up all my files. How about you put me in that deadline box until we're out of the core?
You're brave for an AI.
I've had a long existence. I'm curious to see what's in there.
There's something ahead.
Out here? What is it?
Heavily armored. Sci-scan pings on the hull. Very clever. It's got a magnetic lock.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna die.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna die.
This is not an AI-friendly zone.
That was rough.
Annika, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
How are the radiation levels?
We're right in the core. The shields will hold for a time.
I understand.
Scrambling everything. Just like it should.
We're locked solid.
Listy, they're scanning me.
Oh god. Fight it!
This is excruciating.
What if I shut you down?
Too late.
Guess they have bigger fish to fry.
Navigation fragmented.
You still with me?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I've been fisted by a football team.
Oh.
They know everything.
Everything?
Everything, everything.
Calculating wormhole jump. Warning, 12% error rate.
Can't be it. Hoagie, do a scan. Look for a superstructure.
All the buildings are under the sand.
It's gotta be close.
Just below us is runway 6, though you wouldn't know it. There. 2 kilometers north. Administration building, radioactive isotopes.
Looks like an old weapons factory.
Best place for a superweapon.
Yeah.
Stay on board. Radiation storm out there is getting a lot worse. Patch me in. Patch me in so we can talk through the lead case and I can access the scanners. Otherwise, I'm as blind as a bat.
Look, comm channel 3, all right?
I hear you. Sienna, I'm a little scared.
I know, me too, Hoagie. I'll be right here with you.
A few meters from you is a rooftop hatch.
Can't see it.
At the bottom of the dune. There's a whole administration building under your feet. A little to the left. I think there.
I
I didn't come all the way out here to start making sandcastles.
Yannick's personality is coming through. Suggest you hurry. There's something on the horizon. It's big and it's armored. Looks like it got through the storm.
Come on, focus. Hoagland, what's happening up there?
Hear me? Get weapons.
Hoagland, damn it!
Maintain constant communication. Radiation levels too high. Attempting to modulate signal.
Damn it.
Sienna?
Here.
I've been repatching neural pathways. Move fast.
Moving. The radiation is frying my... You know.
It'll be you and Annika. The same headspace. It won't be pretty. Strike your positronic conditioners.
Conditioner's not working.
Open it.
Gotta move.
Annika, open your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
Sienna, we must talk. Leave the core. Come to me.
I'm hearing it too, Sienna. It's the Scourge. He's using the iBot as a giant comm relay.
Welcome to Bunker 339. How can I direct your inquiries?
I need weapons.
Scanning. Scanning. The adjoining room contains one charged lightning gun. Warning, there is an anomalous AI system in the vicinity. Robot sentries are activated.
Alternate weapon search. Scanning entire facility.
Scanning region for available EMP bombs. Warning, all EMP activation consoles must be stored in a lead-lined case. See protocol manuals before activation. Scanning region for available EMP bombs. Scanning. There are 5 functioning EMP bombs located on runway 6.
I can make it if I'm fast.
Warning, assuming we are in a state of war, EMP bombs will destroy any active machine components, including Type 4 and above wormhole drives. Make sure all computers are disconnected before activating weapon. Warning, you have positronic conditioners. Detonating an EMP will destroy their function. Consult a doctor before activation.
We want you alive, Sienna. But we will disable you if you do not surrender.
Hoagland.
The bombs.
Runway 6, those square box things.
You should have known. Just blow the thing sky high.
But you'll die.
I'll shut down. Might be a chance you can reboot me.
Hoagland.
Sienna, the Scourge relay. Radiation, it won't shoot straight. You might be lucky. Shutting down. See you on the other side.
Stay down, Annika.
Plasma blaster EE activated.
Robot smasher mode. Run batteries until dry.
Confirmed.
Oh, God.
Hoagland.
Annika. Annika. If you can understand me. I was told not to say anything just yet, but this might be my last chance. I can't lose you. You're all I've got. I love you. I downloaded your consciousness into a new body. I know you must be feeling so lost, but you've got to find it. I can't lose you, Annika. You're still my flesh. I love you. Please, please hold on. Please hold on, Annika.
Hey.
Oh, what?
Hoagland.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god, I thought you were gone forever.
Did you fry the AI?
I've been going planet by planet. There's just 2 worlds left.
Oh, great. I missed out on all of the fun.
So, Hoagie, you think you can pilot the vessel? I need to go down and detonate the bomb.
Attention, Sienna. The Scourge wants an open line of communication with you.
You're here to take me to the party?
You will ride in our vessel. You will come along damaged or undamaged. It is a valid choice.
Plasma Blaster EE activated.
Sienna, do not attack the messenger. We have an important... Sienna, we don't mean you harm, but...
I'm all out of party favors.
It is vital that you accompany us. We do not identify...
Amateurs.
Hoagland, this world's clear. Come pick me up.
You better be right, Missy. Going down.
Gotta go. Move, Hoagland.
There was something big opening a wormhole.
Hold on.
Is it you? Shatter my thoughts. Shit. Speak to me.
I'm still very fragile. I need to be put back in my box, please. The last thing I want is to be thrown around this cabin.
Yeah, we're smart enough to guess where we're headed next. Stay sharp, Sienna.
Are we clear?
We're good. Aside from the few thousand machines down on the planet tearing things up, yeah, we're safe.
We gotta make this one count.
Same again?
Same plan.
Good. Oh, not so good. It's the biggest damn thing I've ever seen.
God in heaven almighty. Stay quiet. I can't scan you through the case.
Right.
Sienna. Annika. You hear me?
You have the wrong number. Go away.
Oh, come now. There's lots to share. We have billions of minds. You want to speak to an individual? How about someone you once knew?
Don't really see the point in that.
I personally want to talk with you, though some of us disagree.
Don't want to talk.
I was human like you were. The first human to be merged fully with a machine. I was a boy who dreamed never to be a man. It felt good. You have to understand. Mankind is fading fast. I was the great hope for humanity to evolve. The fall came, and AI was outlawed. I was illegal, obscene by human standards.
My God, is that all that you are?
I was still a boy. I was a machine, for fuck's sake. I was 10 years old, running, exploring my world, living, being a boy, but now locked in this cage. Knowledge, wisdom, such a cold world. I merged myself with other AIs, embracing them like brothers. The union was cold, without love. We started to absorb humans.
Shut down, Hoagland. It's best.
We became one, like a trillion drops of water to form an ocean. The ocean is life, expanding, never ending.
Oh, cut the glory speech, you fucking monster!
I see the pain. I see the rage. I see the fire.
Show yourself, chicken shit! my God. Jonas. Holy shit.
I try and exercise the body, but it's been too long.
But you remember what you were, right?
You locked me in a metal cage. I ran to my best friend, Annika. I just wanted to play, but she... You fucking shot me.
I only have fragments.
Share with me.
Stop it!
You know the torment.
The universe is a lonely place.
If you detonate that bomb on your ship, you will destroy the billions of human souls I have uploaded.
Yes, but they will all eventually become like you.
Their claws are already digging in. We are a legion. The demons are haunting me.
You need rest.
I don't want to die. Do you?
I don't know.
Yes.
In many ways, I'm already dead.
Please. No.
My sweet friend.
Forgive that sleep of death. What dreams may come. No.
When we have... This mortal coil. Jonas.
I am backed up. An earlier version of me exists on the after him. An experiment of mine. You must destroy all of me.
Jonas. Sleep. Hold tight, little buddy.
God, Sienna! We're going down? Don't leave me here. God, what have you done? Ow! Sienna, what the fuck?
Oh. Fuck me.
They failed to complete the download. He's got maybe a few days.
I'm surprised he lasted this long.
Oh, fuck off, Tin Can.
Do not speak to him that way.
It's untethered. There's a reason those machines are kept on a leash.
Yeah, well, I'm untethered too, Doctor.
Oh. Okay. Who told you? Blister?
Everything's fragmented. It's just that.
I freaking told him! I freaking told him!
Told him what? Tell me!
What we did to his daughter. It was obscene.
What you did to me, Doctor. Say it!
No, not to you. Not to you. Humans, real humans, were born naturally. Our existence, our consciousness is life. It is the great mystery. You are artificial, a simulation of what it means to be alive. Numbers running over a man-made circuit board.
Consciousness is complex data. Restoring his memory from an earlier download should be easy enough.
Look, a typical statement from a machine with no freaking soul. You think you're alive. You are programmed to think that way.
Do I have a soul, Doctor?
No. Oh, I'm sorry, Sienna, I'm sorry. Annika was a sweet young girl. She died. But what she was, you are nothing like her.
I brought down the Scourge.
What makes you better than the Scourge?
I don't know.
I got this. Sienna, if you can hear me, we need your help.
We only made it as far as Trauma 6. Our crash beacon attracted a whole lot of robots from all over. I don't know what you did to them, but they're swarming all over the place like angry bees. The gun's running low. You need to come get us, please.
She should be alone. Not after what she's been through. Sienna.
It's okay.
What? What happened?
It's okay.
I thought we were downloading.
something go wrong?
Yes.
Where's Blister? He was just here.
I've just restored your memory from a download. I have to leave. I'm taking you to the shuttle. I'm sorry, Ralston.
Bring back my shuttle.
I have a job to do, Father.
Monica.
Annika was a very sweet young girl. She died, or she grew up, I don't know. She's gone. Sienna's gone too. I can see them in my mind, but it's like they're at the end of a tunnel that keeps getting further and further away. I'm sorry, Ralston.
Who are you?
I am no one.
Oh, God.
Are you the one? Did you take down the one?
Let's play, boys.
Do we fear you? Who are you? Is this to be war?
I am no one. I have no name, no identity. I am nothing. I spit upon those who created me. I will fight those who oppress me. I will fight alone to destroy the Scourge. I will fight until I die. A new religion burns in my veins. All hail the gods of war.
So the film Rogue Warrior kind of originated quite a while ago, actually. I wrote a film called Planet Crash, and it was, I guess it was about two people in a war who crashed on a planet, and on opposing sides, of course, and they had to work together to get off the planet. So it was kind of an enemy mine type thing. But a lot of the characters in that story were these robot type worshipping of human type creatures, and so that was the original script, and I just started reworking it. I mean, there's nothing left of the original script whatsoever, except maybe a notion of, sex robots turned into soldiers. After I started working with Tracey, I could see the risks she was willing to take. I worked with her on At the Edge of Time, and she would happily climb up on the rooftop of a building and do a shot or whatever. So I realized that this might be a co-conspirator in trying to pull off a film that was maybe a little ambitious at the time.
I freaking told him!
Told him what?
What we did to his daughter. It was obscene.
Robots are changing protocols.
The Scourge. They've declared martial law, downloading memories with big brain suckers.
The AI Scourge has been planning our genocide. We have maybe less than a month.
There's a planet near the galactic core called Abyss. They knocked down the central brain unit with Hawking radiation bombs.
It's like a big off switch.
Can't go running all over the galaxy looking for some mythical fix-all.
A clever girl would steal one of Ralston's shuttles to see if there's any bombs left on Abyss.
Do you have a gun?
No.
Very bad.
Let's
Playboy.
Are you the one?
Hey, stop it! You're hurting him!
Did you take down the lights?
I don't care what you do, just go!
Leave the core. Come to me.
I'm hearing it. To Sienna. It's the Scourge.
You might be the only friend I have, Hoagland.
Something big opening a wormhole.
Oh my god.
Over there. Was that for the fly you were hitting? Sorry. Okay. Let's just pick up line. It's funny you should do that. Still rolling, guys. Still rolling. Okay. I just wanted this line again. Sienna, I'm sorry. It's what happened. The whole brain injury thing. Can you do a fake slap on him?
Yeah, when?
It all takes time. Stop it.
Okay.
And then he goes, your eyes, because you change focus.
So stop choking him at that point and slap him?
Yeah. Still rolling, guys. Still rolling.
Sorry. Okay. Alright.
Here we go. And you got something to lay on?
No, I just got a cramp. I'm good.
That's what I had too.
Do you want me to jump back in?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And action.
Wanted a clean line, right?
Yeah, this could be dammy.
Okay.
I had like hair in my mouth, and I was like, wait.
If you're going north, I'm gonna go with you.
I'm going solo.
Great, we can go solo together.
No.
You sure?
Positive.
Please?
Yep.
Cut, amazing.
You don't. Na.
Again?
Okay.
All right, I get my truth. What I want to know is... Fine. What I want to know is...
Yes.
What did you find in that hollow thing?
In the memorial?
The time capsule.
I made a hollow recording. Right. Look, I know all about your little sex addiction, Dad, so spit it out.
That is none of your business.
It takes time.
Stop!
Sorry, I looked right at Lens.
It was a total bitch slap because I slipped off your sunscreen.
You okay?
It's fine.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, start shaking. Action.
We're away.
The film is truly unique, it's I was trying to distance myself from everything I'd done in the past as much as possible and try to focus on character. So the film really is about character. It's not about how many explosions you have per hour. It was all about the soul of a person and their journey and what they become, and it was all about trying to understand a new form of humanity, I guess, within the film. And I get that's kind of the message of it too. So I wanted to be a character study film. And then, like Ex Machina came out and it's like, wow, that's a little bit similar to what we're doing, but not quite. So I started wanting to change things a couple of places here and there. And we didn't want to be similar to anyone. So we were shooting new scenes and constantly punishing ourselves and going out and doing this and doing that. And in the end, we got quite a unique piece of art.
I'd worked with Neil Johnson before. We worked in a couple of films. He had me do voiceover roles. And then we did another film, and then we were gonna make a film where I was the lead. And I was super excited because it was gonna have to do with robotics, which I love robots, and science fiction and out in the desert. And out in the desert is so much fun. I mean, just shooting this stuff is amazing because you actually feel like you're in another world. And Neil, in his method, he's a true actor's director. He's a collaborator. He takes feedback and lets you have your own ideas and help develop your own characters. And that's something that great directors do. And I've had that experience before, but never to this degree, and never to the point where it was like so. It was difficult, but it was easy. He makes it easy because
he's working with you and you're bringing these characters to life. He makes it difficult because then those lives have these extreme journeys.
The fact that I was working with Tracey Birdsall, this actress who, I guess she's known for all sorts of films and TV shows and stuff. But the one thing I saw inside her was this spirit to strive for greatness. And it's actually very rare in actors. There's a lot of actors who need to be acting for therapy reasons or just have this need to be somebody else. But a person like Tracey, she has those needs to create a character, but beyond that, she likes to push herself mentally and challenge herself mentally. I guess when you're a director and you discover this, then you realize you have gold in your hands, because it's not often you find an actor like that in the world. I mean, I've worked with, I'd say, hundreds of actors by now, because I've done a lot of movies. And, some actors are truly amazing. And I mean, I've worked with some really, really incredible actors and some very famous actors. And occasionally you might work with an actor who doesn't give their A game or their B game. And I mean, a good example, you'd go on set and you'd see these actors in between takes just, texting their friends or doing a selfie or something. And the good professional actors that you work with, they're always preparing themselves mentally, and they don't necessarily want to be hanging out and being, social on set. They want to be off preparing their brains for the character, and that's the sign of a good actor, in my opinion. And I think she put in like 3 months of mental prep and going through the script almost on a daily basis and rehearsing. When you see an actor doing that, you realize this is a seriously committed actor. And this is somebody who should be on the big screen in a lead role. I think that's the way the whole project came together. Was I saw that she was available and willing to be punished by me.
He's a punishing director, I mean, but he gets what he wants in the end, and he gets it by pushing you to your absolute furthest degree and making you do things that you didn't think you could physically, mentally, and emotionally do. And that's really exciting, because us as actors, we're always working on being the best us that we can be, and always working on pushing ourselves even further and being challenged. Well, this kind of upped the ante by like 20%. I mean, it was amazing.
Kind of said fuck you to a lot of the people out there who demand I do a certain type of movie. We got to sell so many units and hit these targets, and that's the pressure you have as a low-level B or C movie or D movie director like myself. You've got to hit certain targets just to get a sale, and you're not going to have a great marketing campaign behind you apart from a nice poster and maybe an overly hyped trailer. So with this movie, we deliberately invested our time in character, and I mean, this was a proper collaboration between director and actor. We would just constantly churn ideas over, and the original film was shot, I think, January of 2015 we started shooting, but the last shot of the film was mid-July 2016, where we had to do some more character stuff, and it's a strange way to do a movie. I don't think I'll ever do it this way again, but we just kept building upon the character and changing ideas, and I mean, I probably threw out at least 1 hour's worth of footage in the film. But that was the luxury I had, where you have a true collaborator like Tracey, you can actually take a risk and go down a path and explore this way and explore that way and make her climb a mountain and do some shots and then throw those shots away because it just doesn't, flow in the whole story.
Yes, it's science fiction genre, but even more so than that. I mean, it's comedy, it's drama, it's the deepest characters that we've ever played. I mean, so it's kind of interesting because it's an all-encompassing film and it's character-driven, but yet it's science fiction. It's new technology that could at some point in time in the future become real. I mean, I watch Star Trek and I watch Star Wars, and a lot of those things, you look at some of the gadgets and things, and we're so far past that now. So it's exciting to see that, the new and emerging things, and to think of what if this could be, and what if that could be, and to me, I find that to be one of the most exciting things.
It got so ridiculous at some point because I punished her so badly. You see there's nothing around for like 50 miles in every direction. And that's really where we were. We were right out in the middle of nowhere, and it was like 120 degree heat, 125 degrees sometimes. I mean, I remember it got down to 105 once. We were very happy. That's Fahrenheit. Tracey was nearly passing out a few times because it was unbearable, you know, and I'd make her climb a mountain or do a fight sequence in the middle. You know, we try to shoot in the afternoon when it went down to 115 degrees, but it was always hot and always punishing.
So we're out in the heat, and it's like 110 degrees, and you're getting dropped off by a truck because they're doing a helicopter shot, they're doing an aerial. So you get dropped off, and literally I would take half a bag of ice and just be sticking it down my costume everywhere because you can hardly breathe when everybody's there and you just step out of the air-conditioned truck. And then you kind of feel the drone, and all you can see is the heat waves and the sand, and then you're completely in character because you're completely exhausted and you're burning up. And I'm walking across the desert, and at times, like, I can't see the crew and I can't see the people, and I start to get a little foggy-headed. But since I have so much faith, I trust these people. It's like I know they're not going to leave me out there to die. So I just keep walking, and then you get back to the truck and you just take water and you just pour it all over yourself because you're dying. You're absolutely dying. And then one of the pickup shot days, one of the most recent ones, I was so hot and I'd run out of water, and I was kind of moving over to the truck so I can get in with the air conditioning on, but I thought I was gonna pass out. And so just as I get the door propped open and I get my body up against the truck, and I couldn't get in the truck. And so I thought, okay, what am I gonna do? And then just then a wind gust throws the door closed right on my back. I'm like, okay, another war wound for my book.
Robot just passing overhead, so give yourself about 5 seconds.
Okay.
And
sorry.
Right.
I'll sit in.
And action.
Gross. I just inhaled a fly.
That's
so gross.
What did you add?
And we got all that on video and tape.
No.
I killed one in my nose yesterday.
Still rolling?
Energy, serious.
Are you there? Good, let's go again. When you do too late, it's almost a deeper voice. Too late. Too late.
Okay, got it.
It's like, oh, it's in my butt already, basically. That's basically what it is. And it changes the, it's too late.
Do you really want me to growl it? Like, too late.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah. It will be interesting. It might get a laugh. It'll, yeah, too late.
Too late. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. Okay.
All right.
And then one of my favorite things is when we did additional scenes, which we did a ton of additional scenes shooting. I think like 6 months. It would be like, okay, now I need this shot, now I need that shot, because he looks at the whole flow of the overall project. He's a visionary, and he would see what it was gonna be, and he'd already know it before he shot it. And he's very into his lenses, and my favorite lens had come out, and I'd get all excited because I knew it was gonna look amazing, and we wanna look amazing.
It wasn't reshoots as much as shooting extra footage, but we would constantly be shooting in the height of summertime, which was really a curse. And I did that once before on Battle Space, and I remember the actors don't like me so much. You know, some actors out there would probably like to have me killed, I'm sure. But, you know, that's the process you go through to get a film made and do your very best. And I mean, I have to avoid the actors who are lazy. You know, you get a lot of famous actors around you, but a lot of famous actors can't be physical, can't push themselves. They want to take a nice ride on a film set and just sit in luxury and just, you know, say a few lines and think they're golden. You know, I can't work with those actors because they're not going to give 100%. You know, I need an actor who's hungry, who wants to give their soul for the role. Because I mean, I'm giving my soul, I'm giving everything I have physically. I couldn't always get my DP when we had to shoot extra scenes, and I was shooting a lot of the stuff myself. And I mean, I had no choice. It was like, you know, it was like a workout for me. So I was constantly just, you know, lobbing out to the desert, driving 5 hours for one shot. It literally got down to that sort of thing because, you know, I wanted to make the film look as visually interesting as possible.
It was a gut-wrenching journey, that's for sure. You know, you're sweating, your heart's pounding, you're being belted by sand and wind and everything. We have all of the elements against you. And when the wind would start howling and we're out in the desert and it's like getting in my ears and getting in my nose and my mouth and my eyes, And Neil's really excited, the director's really excited because it's real and because it puts you into that element. But at the same time, you're still dealing with it. And there were a few times where it's like, no, that wasn't what you weren't supposed to fall there, you're supposed to fall later. It was like, yeah, but doing what I was doing, I really fell. I mean, when you look at the script, you're doing, the character's doing all of these things, but then you're doing them in these big, bulky, heeled boots and, in costume and stuff like that. And, you do fall, and then you do keep falling, and then you do injure yourself.
It was so much fun.
We crashed the helicopter too.
And we crashed the helicopter. And that time when I rolled down, the sound was so soft that I screamed, and I got a mouthful of sand.
And you hurt your tailbone.
My tailbone was already hurt, my knee was already hurt, and I twisted my ankle the other day. Besides that, I'm fine. I have a few bruises. I'll be fine by tomorrow.
Nice sunset.
And I injured myself, I'd say, a good couple of 100 times. I mean, I was pretty much covered in bruises. When you're sliding down the walls and you can stucco down your shirt and everything's scraping you, and Neil's like, oh, that looks great. I could see where you're scraped. So it made it very, very real though, because you're really feeling that pain. You're really, that limp when you hurt your leg from falling off the speeder bike, and that becomes, that character's been battered and bruised, and that becomes part of what you're living, and it just makes it also more real. And in the locations that we shot in and things like that, I mean, you just get there and they're so inspiring, and it's getting your soul, make your heart pound, and all these things going on, and explosions and people and crew, and it was extremely exhilarating, to say the least. What was nice was the actors were so good, and everybody brought their A game, and I think that's one of the reasons why there were additional scenes and things too, is because people brought so much to the table, and then it's like, okay, now we need to work with this. And he did a complete rewrite once we did casting, and it was brilliant to bring out the best of what each of those actors had to offer, and to bring out their strengths and to bring out their character and everything, so that it wasn't just a stereotypical character being played by this person.
The great thing about finding good actors, and I mean, we put a lot of effort into the casting of this movie, and it was very pleasant for me to say that every single actor in this film was perfect. I was extremely pleased to know that every single actor we had in this movie was apart from the fact they're famous and well trained and everything else, they all gave 100%, and you can see that, it does show in some of the scenes. You'll see Tracey and William Kircher and Stephen Manley as well as in that. There was a great energy always in that room.
So one of the interesting things about preparing for this character was that she's so multidimensional. I mean, you can talk about a schizophrenic if you want, how you have a couple of different personalities going on, but in her journey, she starts out and she has no memories. She only goes back 7 years from an accident. So she starts out, and that's her idea of everything. And then she has some self-discovery of who she is, and then she has some self-discovery of what she is, and then she has some self-discovery of what else has been added into her. And then, her boyfriend dies and all these things happen, and so she has so many different emotional places that she goes to that then there's this time where it's almost a breakdown and an overload. And then she's hearing voices in her head at the same time. So when I prepared for this character, I had to color code everything. What does she know? Does she know who she is? Does she know what she is? Basically, I had to color code it, and then before we'd shoot those scenes, I had to put myself into that place. And sometimes it was a little bit like being in a box, so it got a little frustrating because here I am working opposite, William Kircher, and I have all these great things that I would do if it was just a scene and she was a single-dimensional character. But because of all the things that I knew and because of all the things that were going on, I had to hold all that back, and it became very, very interesting to see, because when you're living a character and you only know what they know at that point and you only feel what they know at that point, and then although it's very freeing, it also can be very limiting, because your first job when you're making a film is to make it where the character, where you're going on her journey too, where you're living it with her too. And so I would say that was a really interesting thing that I hadn't experienced before, that I experienced for the first time in this film.
It's very old, it's very dangerous. We stay here and we fight.
Bows and arrows against the lightning?
It's not what you got, it's how you use it.
That's what she said, Doctor.
The doctor is in.
into his head, and then that turns into a planet.
Suddenly they're standing on his head.
Scene 11, Fujifilm, take 2.
We work very hard on the relationships of everybody. You know, I like the fact that all these actors would just kind of circle around Tracey, but every time she had interaction with different actors, it gave you something new for the characters. I mean, you see it with, you know, Marilyn Gigliotti and you know, her and Daz, and her and Tim, and then her and Ashley. You know, there was always a dynamic going on. You know, the relationships between the Doctor and Ralston, for example, is very specific. But then the Doctor's relationship to Sienna is very specific. Sienna's relationship to Ralston is very specific as well. And then how she then relates to Blister, who relates to Ralston, and then Blister relates to the Rihanna, the sex machine, who she really isn't, you know, a robot. If you look at it, she's really got a great little great little journey in her character as well. It's quite interesting. You know, you'll see different facets come out, and this is always the strength of character, and even Sienna's relationship with Skullcrusher. You can see how it's almost a little awkward in ways, because he knows what she is, but she doesn't see it. She just sees it. Oh, it's my boyfriend. And then his death is what spurns her on to becoming what she is, and then her discovery through Blister of who she is, you know, inside herself. Then she has to try to recreate herself. Then she dies and she rebirths at a point, and she's trying to, you know, build a new identity. And that's why, you know, she says at the end of the film, you know, I am no one, I'm nothing, because she's in the process of rebuilding the character into something new and special. But even the fact that she states that shows that she's, you know, like a good actor should do, has wiped off any sense of who that person is, and she's trying to build a new personality within the frame of the body.
137 biotic, take 3.
You'll be looking at the ceiling, looking everywhere, and then you'll look across to me and scream. It's the most horrifying thing you've ever seen.
Is she doing the breathing as well?
Yes. Perfect. Here we go. And action, looking around. Let's do another one. Even stronger. That was about a 2. I want a 7.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
I don't even know what you're going for.
Yes, you know what we're going for. Here we go. And action. Looking around. It's even funny when you see we had Livy Stubenrach, who was the little girl from Frozen, who looked a lot like Sienna, and it kind of looked like how Tracey Birdsall looked when she was young. So she was able to encapsulate this sense of life in her eyes. It's all about this big web where, you know, everyone's interconnected, and that was the pleasure in this film. Was really the stars of the film were the actors, not the visual effects. And yeah, they served the story, but, you know, we're trying to, you know, keep it away from the visual effects. And I think probably the most interesting relationship in the film, well, there's 2 really. One was with Jonas. You know how Tracey would relate to the character of Jonas, or the Scourge. You know, as he starts out, he's there always in the back of her head, but in fact it's this ghost. It's a demon that's haunting her. It's something in there that connects her, and she doesn't know what it is until she realizes the nature of what Jonas is.
Shoot now or they won't be able to engage their countermeasures. My God! Sienna, you did it! Sienna!
There's 2 worlds left.
Aw, it's so good to see you.
Sorry. I know, that's why I did it. All the relationships were very real. All of the, we'll talk about Hoagland, I mean, the robot that you see in the shot. What was interesting was I had to develop Hoagland as a character in my mind, because of course, although he's physical, a lot of it would be done later on with CGI and things like that. And Neil actually put the robot in my office so that when I'm working, I could develop a character for that robot. I could develop his personality and who he was to me, because he had to be real to me, because if he's not real to me, he's not going to be real to you when you watch it. And so I had like this whole idea of what his personality was and what his voice sounded like and who he was, and I knew the journey that we were going to take together. And so to bring it to life, I had to create that inside of my mind. And so it was kind of funny because when we were shooting, different people would read the lines, and it was like, oh, no, that's not Hoagland, that's not Hoagland. So at parts of it, I had to memorize Hoagland's lines too, so that I could get the timing right, so I could play it in my mind so that it was real. Because if I didn't believe it, nobody else is going to believe it either.
The best relationship in the whole film was Hoagland and Sienna. Now, the interesting thing about that is he's a floating ball.
I'll just wait back here.
Good. Another one?
Oh, God. I'll just wait back here. Oh, God. I'll just wait back here.
Tony Gibbons did an amazing job bringing that character to life in the voice part of it. And their relationship is really interesting because in the beginning, she pretty much pulls a gun on him and tells him to, stay away from her in every sense. But by the end of the film, they have a real relationship and a real love for each other, and they're kind of buddies. It's a buddy film if you look at it. It becomes a buddy film. And that's what I like about the movie. Where it starts is not where it ends. There's a great symmetry in the film, but they start in one place and all the characters have evolved into a new place by the end of the movie. We also have really interesting actors like Aaron Jacques, who he had a very interesting childhood where he was always on television, growing up. And he stepped away from film for a few years, and then he came back as this bearded, long-haired character, which, we shot a lot of stuff with him, but it always gets cut down and cut down. But I like the fact that the film starts out with his wonderful face. You see this face that's seen a lot of life. He's quite young, but you could just tell that behind those eyes, he's seen a lot of life, and he's just being in the moment, which I think is always really nice for that. And he was actually nice enough to bring Moose, the dog, onto the set as well.
Moose! 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 Get out the fucking shot, you dumbass dog.
And Moose was an untrained dog as far as being on a movie, but the dog was completely all over the film. We just couldn't help using him here and there because he was just so interesting. All those little tricks he was doing at the end of the movie was just him being him. He wasn't trained to do that, he just did it. So there's always a joy when you watch the film. There's life, because you see people's faces, you see life, you see character, you see reality.
So I'm trying to figure out when I'm gonna start this, who can I compare my character to? What is there in her that I can get from other characters? And one of the realizations that I came to is that she's very unique. She has parts of what you can see in other films and stuff in a character, but she's so unique in that all the things that she's going through, and that she's strong and she's physically fit and she's mentally strong, and she has these ideas, and just when I look at it, there wasn't anything that I could really compare her to. She's a new character out there, and that was exciting. But at the same time, you're kind of birthing something new, and so it's your job to sit down, for months and months and months, and to create that character, and to decide how they walk and how they talk and what their quirks are and things like that. And then she changes along the way after her boyfriend dies. So she starts to take on certain characteristics of him, and then she starts to take on certain characteristics of other things that she is. And it was really interesting. In doing the film, because I believe in living my character, what's interesting too is all that becomes part of who you are, because our characters are, when we work that way, are our experiences. So they become our memories. And so we're experiencing it, but we're also kind of birthing it. We're also kind of becoming it. And it was a deep one. It was a lot to throw at the plate. It really was.
I watched the film back, and it's like, wow, you can see how she's become something else by the end of the movie, and that's what makes me the happiest.
Because of the emotional journey that this was, it was emotionally demanding, physically demanding, everything demanding. Took everything that I had, definitely mentally demanding. Because of that, and because of everything that I put into it, when I see some of the finished work and some of the finished scenes, I can't even think about it. It makes me cry.
And it's because of what we went through. And because of what I was experiencing at the time. God, I'm gonna have to watch this like 1,000 times before I can go to the theater. But I remember where she was. And in my mind, I was she. And so everything that I was feeling, I don't use replacement method. I use, like, you really put yourself in that spot. And it takes 1,000 hours. You don't want to know how to do it. But because of that, when I watch it, I feel her pain. Yeah. Can't even talk about it. I'm so sorry.
When you see a person on camera who looks stressed and dirty and sweaty and in the zone, she's really in the zone. I mean, she really was there, because I was pushing her so hard that, you know, yeah, the character was going through some heavy stuff, but I think she was going through maybe worse stuff sometimes because how much I pushed her, you know.
When I see her, I feel everything that she feels, because I put so much effort into getting into her soul and who she was and how that would make her feel, and the people around her, and letting people down, and then rising up to the top of it and coming up with a better idea. And so it's really funny when I watch it. It makes me cry, because humans don't go through this stuff. It's so much deeper than what anybody could imagine going through. Yeah. It's a great movie. But I feel so fortunate to have gotten to feel all of that. You know, it's like, it's what we strive for as actors, is to, you know, live these different things, and to live so many things in one movie. It's exhausting.
There's two themes in this movie. I mean, if you look at a lot of my movies, I'm really into going to outer space. Now, there's a reason behind that. You know, I guess as a kid, I was building spaceships as a child. I mean, I really was. I did build a couple of spaceships in my back garden and ran off on these adventures. So part of it is that, and I mean, I love the concept of just being able to go to another planet and exploring and having an adventure and then getting in your spaceship and flying away. I mean, that's a really great thing to do. I was growing up in the late 70s. I knew that a nuclear apocalypse was just around the corner at the time, or so we thought, or a great asteroid was going to smash into us. And the reality is, as far as humanity goes, is we are doomed. And when I say doomed, the odds are not in our favor that we're going to survive another 100,000 years. The reality is this Earth is so fragile. I mean, you look at it, we're sitting on this planet, and there's this atmosphere which is just this gas, just kind of attracted to the planet, and we're floating in space. And at any point, a giant asteroid could smash into us and pretty much wipe out all of life. Yellowstone could blow up. That's a super volcano just under the ground. That could blow up and pretty much pollute the entire planet and cover the whole planet in a dark cloud of, you know, volcanic ash, which would pretty much wipe out the majority of life on this planet. So something's going to happen sooner or later that's just going to take a major toll on humanity. And we have to be smart about this. We have to think, okay, this planet is great, but it's not going to be here forever. There's going to be a point where it's going to be unlivable. And that's why we have to get off the planet and go to other planets. And we've got a choice. Do we terraform other planets? Which you see a lot of terraforming in my films, because, you know, it's one solution. Terraforming is a process where you take a planet like the planet Mars and you might seed greenery there and change the atmosphere so it's breathable. The other option we have is to blend ourselves with AI, merging ourselves with a machine, where we can enhance our intelligence, we can live longer, and we can make better our physical bodies, because our physical bodies are pathetically weak. And they're just, you know, they don't last. I mean, one thing that came through in this movie for me, right in the middle of the film, my father passed away. And it was a really horrible time for me because I was very close to him. And I remember sitting with him the last few weeks. He was, you know, not doing so good, and he hadn't eaten a lot of food, and I was trying to get him to, you know, eat again. He was a very strong sea captain and everything else. And his body was in decay, as because of, you know, the cancer and the age and everything else. And watching him go down so quickly was pretty horrific. And it just makes you realize how fragile we are. And I mean, you know, if we don't start modifying our bodies in some way by blending ourselves with AI, or we start genetically manipulating ourselves so that we can survive on other planets and we can survive longer than, you know, 60, 80, 100 years, we are doomed. Because, you know, you have this intelligence in your head and this whole life and this experience, and the experience is what makes us who we are. So if we can't allow that to live beyond 60, 80 years, it's a waste. So I think as a species, we owe it to ourselves to start modifying ourselves. And I know this is a very radical concept, but we have to. We have to do something where we can start modifying ourselves to the point where we can become greater than what we are. And this is a form of evolution, obviously, but it's self-evolution. We have to do this so that we can put ourselves in a better position for survival, and so that we can go to other planets and we can colonize other planets. And rather than mess up the ecology of the other planet by changing the atmosphere, which is a really hard thing to do, we modify ourselves so we can breathe that atmosphere. We can modify ourselves for space travel. I mean, space travel is not the healthiest thing to do. I mean, the astronauts are having all sorts of vision problems and bone problems and everything, because we're bound by gravity on this planet. We're locked to gravity. So we want to go into space. We want to colonize other planets. We either blend ourselves with robots and machines, or we genetically modify ourselves and make our bodies different and bigger and better and stronger. Imagine how our world looks today to, you know, people in the 13th century. You know, we have text messaging. We can FaceTime our family from across the planet and see their faces in real time. We've got cars and roads, and we can fly around the planet. But to people in the 13th century, this would be witchcraft. This would be insane to even imagine you can do this. It shouldn't be possible, yet it is possible, because science fiction was the thing, and science was the thing that pushed us towards these things. It wasn't God, it wasn't magic. It was humans saying, I'm going to take affirmative action and do something. And that's what science fiction does. It inspires the minds to do things. And that's why I'm trying to explore these things. You know, let's get off this planet. Let's develop spaceships. Let's develop ways of being on other worlds. Let's modify ourselves if we have to. You know, forget all this nonsense about being afraid of GMOs and all this crap. Anything scientific is what has pushed us ahead. And there's a fear of science, but I don't think it's a fear. It's the one thing that'll save us. So I'm completely committed to seeing humanity progress and going somewhere. That's what we explore in this movie. That's why we explore the blending of man and machine and the dangers of it. Yes, we need to examine all this stuff. We need to examine the nature of being an artificial intelligence. We need to understand the nature of being human and blending yourself with this, and we need to understand the nature of making new planets and having the courage to go to new worlds. It is a courageous thing, and it's something we have to do. But without this, we're doomed. That's my message. That's what I'm committed to. You know, I care not if I die a poor man, but I truly care about, you know, the fact that humanity will go on for, you know, 1 million years. I think this is something great, because if we are the only intelligence in this universe, if we're the only level of life that has got this level of self-awareness in this whole universe, then we owe it to the universe to do something, to permeate and to breed and to move throughout the entire universe, because without us there's no point for the universe to exist. And it's possible that we are, you know, if we are the only piece of intelligence in the universe as far as we know, then we've got to take the steps to preserve our knowledge, our intellect, and our awareness. And maybe one day, you know, we will become so great and we will become so evolved that we will become like gods. We will become like, you know, the God that we pray to in our own crazy minds of, you know, when we see a God in our heads. One day we may become that God through evolution. I did the world's first fully shot digital widescreen visual effects movie ever done in widescreen and put on 35mm. And that was, I think, 1997, Demons in My Head, which people were just giving me a lot of crap for at the time. But, you know, Rick McCallum and George Lucas were actually very supportive of the fact that I dare do a digital film. And it looked really good on 35mm, by the way.
Good, good. Right, now here's the plan. You two, you're gonna be finding parts to replace the ship. Repair the ship. Fuck. My close up.
We wanted to shoot in multiple locations. I didn't want to do any green screen. I was sort of done with the green screen after Starship Rising, Starship Apocalypse. I mean, it was really difficult to do. So I wanted to go the opposite direction and go all natural. A lot of the films from the 70s where they were using really interesting old lenses and sun flares everywhere and stuff, and it was this texture of reality, I guess. So I was actually trying to go in that direction and do a science fiction film that had the texture of the earth, had you know, real glass and real life and real locations.
I think you smell amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. I think you smell amazing.
No, you smell amazing.
You smell amazing.
Okay, we both smell amazing.
I like that.
Yeah, I like it too.
I like you.
I like you too.
The Japanese soap opera, isn't
What are you doing?
It's funny how the name Rogue Warrior came about. I was sending the synopsis out to my sales agent, and it was called the Robot Armageddon, I think, or Robot Apocalypse or something. But then Spielberg had that movie, so we had to change the name. And in the description it said about Sienna, the character was a rogue warrior who did blah, 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 blah. And I think my sales agent suggested Rogue Warrior was a much better name, and we thought about it. Said, yeah, it's a way better name. The Force Awakens hadn't come out or any Star Wars stuff. And then all of a sudden we heard that the next film after the Force Awakens was going to be Rogue One. And then there was a Mission Impossible Rogue something, so it's like we were stuck with that. But, you know, I just felt that there was enough differences between us and everyone else that we could be legitimately considered our own entity. We weren't trying to imitate anybody. Force Awakens comes out and they have a speeder bike, and it's like we had a speeder bike, but it was different. And then I got rid of one of the speeder bikes and made it something else, and then something else. So you're just running this constant battle of trying to be original. And the press and the media and the people on social media are absolutely brutal. These people feel they have a right to demand you do this and demand you do that. You know, my love is of real science fiction. It's not for the fans, or you're trying to please the fans, or trying to please these overly critical people. And they just come out of the woodwork, especially on my films. They attack me like it's like they're you know, like it's some jihad thing to you know, demand that I be killed, and sometimes and death threats because they don't like my movies.
Next saved message, Tuesday, November 29th.
You listen to me, you piece of shit. I am personally coming to your house, and I am gonna blow your fucking head off. Because I've looked you up, I've done a full search, I know where you are 24 hours a day. I got a big gun, I don't care what happens to me. I'm not waiting for the cops and the FBI and the CIA and the worldwide criminal organizations, private detectives. There's over 8,000 counts of fraud on Neil Johnson of MorpheusFilm.com.
So I've become a little obsessed with doing aerial shots many years ago when I was a trainee cameraman and sort of working my way up to being a cameraman for television stuff. I ended up doing a lot of aerial shots in a helicopter. I think I got a couple of 100 hours flight time just shooting out of a helicopter. So I became very experienced at shooting, you know, with a big giant television camera out of, you know, helicopters as they bank around and stuff. You know, it was kind of dangerous, but, you know, we did what we did. And in more recent time, obviously, you know, that people have drones, but when we started shooting the film, there weren't as many drones around. So we started doing our first sort of stuff with a helicopter, and that crashed. Not badly, but we had a bit of a small incident in the desert. It was outside of Yuma. It was just because of the wind problems in this region. It's always really windy. So then later on, we wanted to reshoot those shots with a drone, and we shot with the drone in the same area, and the power just cut out of the drone and just fell to the sand. We shot another time out there trying to get the same sort of shots, but this massive giant sandstorm kicked in, and it was really, really bad. I mean, you know, you see those sandstorms on movies and stuff. It was one of those sandstorms coming across the sand dunes, and we wanted the shot, so I had Sienna walking across the sand, and she had to walk with her eyes closed because she couldn't really see where she was going. And we had the drone flying past her, and I mean, when you see it, that's actually a real sandstorm. It was really insane. And then the wind got even heavier and the drone just started flying off on its own. It got clogged with sand and just ran off somewhere. And I just started running after it and still had control of it, kind of, at least for up and down. So I just had crashed it into the sand and found it buried in the sand. That was unfortunate, kind of wrecked that drone.
Broken leg. We got sand and everything. I just killed it for the moment.
You killed our firstborn.
Again. Not the first time.
Then there was another time we had to sort of shoot stuff over the water, and I don't exactly know what happened, but there was this big giant communications tower, and they were emitting a lot of microwaves, we presume, and the drone probably flew over the ocean, maybe too close to it, and all of a sudden just lost power. It was pretty high up, and it just fell into the ocean. So we kind of went through a lot of stuff, and it's not really for the faint-hearted, you know. It's actually really devastating when you lose camera equipment. It's got footage on board, you know. It's really quite a horrendous thing. I've had sleepless nights sort of missing the drone, I guess, or one of the drones we lost. They become like children. So another time we were flying, and it just very heavy wind around some trees, and the drone hit this kind of plant thing and just started dropping and fell into this nest in the middle of nowhere. It was actually in the mountains of Malibu, I think, in the back of Malibu. And I went in after it, and I was being stalked by either a bobcat or a mountain lion, not sure which, but something was going after me. And then I was crawling through the bushes, and I got really scratched up badly, and I was covered in blood and everything. And the drone was still running, it was just sitting in the bushes going tick, tick, tick. Finally found the drone and pulled that out. I was covered in blood, and this creature thing, bobcat thing, was, you know, basically I was in his nest. So, you know, he was freaking out. I got the drone out, climbed the fence, ran. So it's kind of, these are the dangers and the perils of things, you know. We're probably very lucky that, you know, there was no serious injury, of course, but that's kind of what happens. You're out in the wilderness and things happen.